Today is a day of great celebration for wildlife champions as we commemorate 50 years since the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora, or CITES, entered into force on the 1st of July in 1975. The journey that began as a vision forged in Arusha, recognized in Nairobi and Stockholm, and signed in Washington, D.C., has become one of the most impactful multilateral environmental agreements in the world. Today, we honor the visionary conservationists, traders, policymakers, and community leaders who laid the groundwork for this convention. We also celebrate the achievements of our 185 signatory parties committed to implementing the convention's core principles of legality, sustainability, and traceability. Over the past 5 decades, global trade has expanded at an unprecedented scale. The triple planetary crisis of climate change, biodiversity loss, and pollution is threatening our very existence. And CITES has grown, not just in size, but in purpose and relevance. The plenipotentiary meeting of CITES, or the Washington Convention, was held in Washington, D.C. in 1973, with only 80 countries represented and reviewing 25 fauna proposals and 5 flora proposals. Yet today, CITES regulates trade in over 40,000 species. This expansion reflects ecological urgency that is symbolic of an evolving understanding of how deeply wild animals and plants are woven into our culture, livelihoods, economies, and our very own survival. Half a century ago, most traded wildlife originated from the wild. You may be surprised to know that today, much of the trade involves specimens of species from captive breeding facilities or plant nurseries. The international wildlife trade is evolving. Parties now are increasingly concerned about threats to commercially viable animals and plants and have expanded the scope of species included in the appendices of CITES. We have also seen the transfer and removal of species from the appendices when conservation efforts and CITES controls have succeeded. These are tangible signs of progress, proof that well-designed and well-implemented regulation can drive sustainability. Yet the road has not always been smooth. In recent years alone, we have weathered global upheavals. COVID-19, financial crises, avian influenza, sudden changes of COP venues, challenging geopolitical dynamics, and supply chain disruptions. We have held meetings under unprecedented conditions and made decisions in difficult circumstances. Still, progress was achieved, thanks to the steadfast commitment and collaboration of our parties, the skillful committee chairs, and the many dedicated global experts who give their time for free. The Secretariat has also evolved. Today, we are proud to be geographically and culturally more representative and gender diverse than ever before. These changes reflect the evolving face of conservation, one that is global, inclusive, diverse, empathetic, and deeply collaborative. The Convention is transforming decades of data into intelligence. We now have tools like CITES Wildlife Trade View and Species Plus, and the data from the MIC program to help inform decisions. Electronic CITES permitting systems, or e-CITES systems, are increasingly facilitating digital permitting and improving traceability and efficiency in real time. Science continues to be the bedrock of the Convention. Most recently, numerous parties, observers, and independent experts developed an overarching non-detriment finding, or NDF, guidance to ensure sustainability of trade in animals and plants. The regulation of introduction from the sea, or IFS, which is the landing of CITES-listed species taken from areas beyond national jurisdiction, is a unique challenge for parties, and guidance is also being considered by CITES. CITES is also supporting compliance in smarter ways with tailored approaches like compliance action plans, case tracking, targeted technical missions, and direct capacity building. Through the International Consortium on Combating Wildlife Crime, or ICWC, CITES has taken a leading role in providing direct support to rangers, customs and police officers, prosecutors, and other actors from across the criminal justice system. And cross-sector dialogue has deepened in recent years. Whether engaging the fisheries and timber sectors, the pet and ornamental plant trade, or indigenous peoples and local communities, CITES continues to serve as a trusted forum for reconciling conservation and trade. As we reflect on the past, we turn our focus to the future, towards Samarkand, Uzbekistan, where the 20th meeting of the Conference of the Parties, or COP20, will take place this November. At this critical meeting, we will carry with us the lessons of half a century, the momentum of recent progress, and the responsibility to chart a clear, united course for the decades ahead. CITES is not a static nor self-sustaining agreement. It is a living promise to invest in nature, a commitment to the future, to each other, and to the millions of species with whom we share the planet. To all CITES parties, CITES management and scientific authorities, our donors, our partners, our observers, the indigenous peoples, local communities, enforcement authorities, and the youth of the world, thank you for being with us on this journey and your invaluable contributions and tireless dedication that make this convention stronger, smarter, and more inclusive. Let the next 50 years be marked by deeper unity, sharper focus, empathy, and bolder action. Let us continue to aim high and build a world where animals and plants thrive in their natural habitats, where trade supports, not threatens, biodiversity, and where people and planet prosper in harmony. Happy 50 years of CITES.